Hey everybody, Radom here for another episode of the Desert Survival Series. Last episode, we suffered a little bit of a plague and got a lot more elephants. So this episode, what I'm planning on doing is trying to butcher the camels that we have left over. How many do we have? We have 11 of them, so I'm going to queue up 11 butcher creatures. I have all the elephants forbidden, so we won't be butchering the elephants. And the reason for this is because we have the camels are likely to spoil sooner than the elephants, I guess is the simplest way to put it. So this episode, I am hoping and planning on addressing one of the issues that I've had for a while, which is internal pod drop raids. And I don't want to get dropped on anymore. So I'm doing a bit of a base redesign to avoid being drop harassed. Because, like you, I am tired of getting dropped on. And I aim to fix it. So let's get working on that. So what this will entail is I will create new bedrooms. So the way most of the drop pods work, I guess is I should preface, they sort of target the average of where your pawns are, which means that the average of where my pawns are tends to be somewhat in the middle of my base, as one would honestly expect, and as a net result, this area gets dropped on the most. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my base up a little bit to allow enemies to freely move around between the workshop and the stockpile, basically combining workshop stockpile into one room, and allow the whomever attacks to move about the base. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to have a little bit of a kill box in the center of the base. It's not going to be necessarily the most efficient way to go about dealing with enemies, but it will be at least the way I go about it, because I'm tired of getting dropped on. Okay, so now we have Jenny with a bionic arm, so we have every body part that we can replace that is, let's call it defective, has been replaced, except for, of course, lungs. Some people keep requesting and suggesting that I butcher, or organ harvest, I should say, not butcher, but organ harvest. I'm just going to remind you all that that is against the rules of this playthrough. So that is why I have not butchered any human likes. With Omni, I'm going to prioritize the deconstruction of some of the walls and whatnot that are in the way. So I can start working on the new backup deadfall trap maze. So the way to replace lungs, if you're not going to organ harvest, is to buy them. So I'm always really on the lookout for lungs I can purchase. Hopefully I get the opportunity to purchase them. I can always go trading for it. But they tend to be, the most reliable way to get them is through orbital pirate traders, in my experience. So another thing I'm going to do is I need to move my crematorium, and I'm going to move it down here. And the reason I'm moving it down there is it will be closer to the kill box. I could even move it inside the kill box if I wanted to, but it will be closer to the kill box, and that's a good thing. I'm also going to plop in some redundant power. It is fiercely ugly, but maybe necessary in the case of raiders. Another thing I wanted to do is to change this over to cloth because, or cotton I should say, because we have a lot of rice now. We are getting through the backlog of camels, which means we're going to be storing the meat up here. Not ideal, yes, but I'm not at this moment planning on redesigning the kitchen. A lot of people have called me to do it, but it's kind of a big project and kind of inconsequential in the big scheme of things. So as a result, it's not something high up on my list of things to bother doing. Alright, Mr. Omni, you are building pointless roofs. Okay, soon he should be working on... Okay, Jenny's working on this. Some botchings, but that's okay. Can overlook a few botched jobs. We have the spare slate. And we got some beautiful thrombos moving in. I'm gonna have Earth antagonize them. Turn on the turrets. Another thing I want to do is I have a giant, weird, awkward home zone here that I noticed. We're looking around. Let's get rid of that. I don't want them to clean up anything stupid. Oh, they are coming to me. Okay, O'Connell. Let's get there. We have our Lancers. I've made them really angry. Okay. Health. I would love to be able to tame them. Let me think about this real quick. They take an enormous amount of food, but a thrombo is a thrombo, you know? Alright, frag grenades for Power Claw. Maybe? Power Claws are best for characters that can do melee and range. So I'm not 100% sure about that. Alright, what I'm going to do now is send Omni down here. Let's turn off the turrets. And I'm going to rescue the thrombo just to stop the major bleeding. And then I'll haul the thrombo into the base. So drop a new animal spot here. And yes, taming... Actually, you know what? Do I even have anyone that's, like, good at taming thrombo? I guess O'Connell can try. Okay. Well, we will do our best. Putting it inside and giving it access to food will keep it here. Is at least the idea. Okay, we're getting through the backlog of camels, which is good. So in case of a solar flare, we'll be covered. Omni is making the sandstone crematorium. Our little kill maze is back up and running. Now, Thrombo have a high likelihood of turning on the tamer, which is something to be cautious about. So I'm taking a big risk. I have less than a 1% chance to tame. Ideally, I would, and probably will, add some additional mini turrets. What I'll do is, let's move this infinite chem reactor out to where the chem fuel is stored. I can do the same with the batteries. I have a bunch of... I can just move my battery banks outside. There's really no true disadvantage. I think keeping them cooler is better, but not much of a disadvantage to do it this way. You are chunk cutting. I think what I'm going to do is suspend this, at least for now. We really don't need any more chunks. I wanted to change the tea time. Beer is safe for every day, and we're going to allow for all moods so that we can get more inspirations. So let's call this beer and tea time. That was pointed out to me in comments. So now they'll take a beer every day and psychite tea every 2 days, which is a safe consumption level. And that will encourage higher moods and potentially inspirations. Well is out there getting the plasteel, which is good. Another thing I wanted to do is to duplicate the bills here. So let's fix this. So if I have duplicate bills, let's say Omni on one and Santiago on the other, we can have them working those bills at the same time. So that if we have one in progress, the other one can start a new one in progress as well, I guess is the best way to describe it. Oh, a party. I like parties. And inspire creativity. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, Jenny is... Oh, no, she's an artist. Oh, that will be swell once we keep sculpting. I have her skipping the party mostly because she just got an inspiration. A party won't help her get another one. So we might as well make progress on this grand sculpture. It's kind of nice that I have a grand sculpture in progress. So we obviously have about 1,000 dromedary meat in queue in the pipe. Omni should be constructing, and he is good. Alright, so we've butchered all of the backlog of camels. And we'll hope that we don't get a lot of solar flares, but the elephants here shouldn't spoil that soon. We, of course... have a thrumbo now too to butcher. That will probably be next. Santiago got an inspiration item, art, furniture, and she is a crafter, so I would like to maybe get marine armor, but we'll need a lot more plasteel for that. So what I'm going to do is temporarily suspend the advanced components. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Where are you? I'm going to force her to finish off her components. Okay, so we have a legendary grand sculpture. This thing's going to be worth a lot. Yes, really high market value. And that was a good use of the inspiration. Now, the rec kitchen, or rec dining room is very, very impressive. Omni. Let's finish off your advanced component. Because marine armor will take 4 of them. So... oh, she's already making one. I suppose that's fine. happen to have any wake up, do I? No. I could make wake up. Let's see. Make wake up. We'll take just 2 Naturiamine. I'm going to make 5 of it. It'd be nice to get more progress towards all the projects and whatnot I'm working on, so hence the need for wake up. As soon as she's done with this advanced component, she gets to go to sleep. And we have a solar flare. Well, the beauty thing is, I have a lot of construction projects I want to work on, and that's going to cause all of my constructors to work on those projects. And I also just got through the backlog of elephants, so they're not going to spoil for a while. I'll have a little bit of grace time, at least. Omni. Now we have some backup power everywhere. And we're back. I want Omni to finish off his advanced component. I need Quell to be deep drilling. Yep, and she is. Okay, so we have all the advanced components we need for the marine armor. Now we just need the uranium, which I believe we have. No, maybe we don't. Because we've been rearming the slug turrets. In fact, I can definitively say we don't. Omni is going to get inspired trade. That's pretty handy. Our crematorium is all set. Quell is trying to get some plasteel. We have 7 days to get the plasteel we require for the armor. Alright, now before I go any further, let's go ahead and wooden door. I guess I need to picture the bedrooms a little bit better. Put inside walls in them. Alright, we'll have wooden doors like this. Why? Not for any specifically good reason. This will also slightly screw up the double insulation. Because we have this door here. And then additionally, I need to plan out how to keep everything cooler. These rooms obviously won't be very, very cool. So what I will do is to put vents here. And then back here, I'll put vents and AC units. Oh, I guess I'll put this AC unit a little higher so we can keep this cactus here. And we'll have a sandstone door. Additionally, some flagstone for around here. And then right here will also be a slate door. A lot of work. I'm going to go ahead and remove the floor here and put in the sandstone tile that's been used in all the other bedrooms. Kind of a big project, to be honest, but one I believe in. Now, Omni does have inspired trade, which would be pretty nifty to take advantage of. So here he is trying to do as much as he can for these new bedrooms as possible. And instead of rest, I'm going to take some wake up. As I said, my goal is to try to get as much of this project done as possible. And I will resort to drugs if need be. Now, given the amount of beer that we are now consuming, I'm going to start making some more hops. I think it only makes sense to grow an excess of hops if we can. And some more flooring. Ooh, we are out of slate, it seems. Yes, we are out of slate indeed. So, go back to the steel stone cutter and queue up slate. And let's check overhead mountains. We can dig some up. Oh, we have slate. I don't know what I'm thinking. Floors. Slate. Guess I can craft a few. Cargo pods. What is this all about? Some survival meals. Not bad. Quell here is a mining machine. Prisoner rescue. Brother of Quell. His name is Jay. He's guarded by a lot of people. He's also not all that close. I just realized. Kind of out there. The new bedrooms are coming along, most certainly. This will help for protection and whatnot. Overdue, I think, given the numerous amount of attempts that enemies have had to drop pods straight onto us. We're going to need a remove roof area and maybe a better build area. And I should also probably plan out some additional AC units here as well. It would only seem fitting, I think. What I will do is sort of flagstone up everything. Flagstone's pretty fast to lay down, so I certainly have the blocks. Quell is cranking ahead with the plasteel. Still need to get that big old 100. We're working on it. I think we're making enough progress. I hope so. Alright, now we have coolers. These bedrooms are the right temperature. Gonna just force it here. It's funny that the component bench sometimes breaks down and requires stuff from the components. Oh, old gunshot. So we have some malnourishment here. What I can do is have this be a backup raw food for rice. And that will keep the Thrumbo fed. So the Thrumbo at the moment is trying to bust, not trying, but actively busting through my walls to try to find some food nourishment. Okay. And it's probably leaving. Yep, that's what I get for not feeding the Thrumbo. Sounds like a euphemism for something. But I don't want the Thrumbo to leave. Ooh, Jenny. Getting beat up here. Oh, leg just got bit off. And that would entirely be my own fault for sending one lady to do more work than she can handle. Come to my base like this. Who are you going after? You're going after Philly? Alright. Sorry, Thrumbo, but just can't have you butchering me. Let's go ahead and rescue Jenny. And all of that fabrication towards the marine armor. You know what? I'm going to temporarily give her a peg leg just so that we can make progress towards what we wanted. So what is it? Right leg bitten off. Not because I don't care for her, but because I really would like better marine armor. Well, at least I didn't let that Thrumbo leave. I suppose the net result is I did get to do what I wanted to do. But maybe not the most constructive way possible. Okay, I don't want you... Let's not allow more weapon smelting. In fact, I'm going to have it be an on-need basis. Alright, Mr. Omni, let's operate on our dear doctor. Giving her a temporary peg leg. I suppose what I could do is create a prosthetic, because they don't require any anything that's plasteel. So I'll just make a quick prosthetic. And we are outdoors. Yes, we are outdoors. Let's fix that first. That seems more poignant. Thank you, Thrumbo, for punching a giant hole in my base. And now it's going to cool down. Alright, Quell, I need you working over here. As far as uranium goes, I'm still lacking what I need. Alright, Jenny, you are going to... Oh, we still haven't healed you up. Tend and operate. How callous of me. Alright, so she's not going to be super, super slow. Alright, let's haul this Thrumbo before it spoils some more. And some more cargo pods of psych. Not bad. Looks like we got the last one. Well, guys, actually, it occurs to me I'm a little bit out of time. So as you can see, I am somewhat redesigning the kill box to be inside, or another kill box to be inside the base. But alas, I haven't finished it this episode. I am, of course, working towards some lovely legendary armor, and I have that wonderful art to sell or whatever. I appreciate all of your feedback. If you have any feedback for me, please feel free to drop me a line. And if you haven't already, join the Discord. You can get the link right here from the website that's popped up. And if you haven't already, please think about subscribing maybe or liking the video. Either way, I hope you tune in next time. Thanks for watching. Adios.